this time. So I'll be
Got these
looking
old
at
lady glasses
the
on
clips
today.
you be posting.
Huh?
No, I like them. I like them. They look good.
Thank you kindly.
Do you
Thank you
usually
kindly.
do you usually wear contacts? Like, what's
No,
the
I was on
usual?
the computer all day today, and I was like, I gotta put my glasses.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trying to get
Protect
some
them
work
eyes,
done.
girl. Protect them eyes. Girl, this world is in a state of I don't know what, but it's bad. It's
It's
bad out
bad.
there. I don't know what to say about this planet anymore. I'm trying to keep hope alive, but it's hard. It's hard.
I don't know what to say either. To be honest, I woke up this morning. I put on the TV, to hear the news,
Yeah.
and all I saw was the whole wildfire that's happening out in LA. I was like, damn. So I had to check on some of my peoples who's out there, and one of my peoples had to
Mm.
evacuate.
Oh
But I
shoot.
was calling her because I was like, I text her, and she ain't answer back. So I was calling, she wasn't answering the phone. I was like, oh my god, I hope she's okay.
Oh
But she
so yeah.
finally texted me back and said she had to evacuate. So
Damn.
yeah,
Yo, that's crazy. The
she had
thing,
texted me right
like,
before I was going live. So I was like, I'll text her when I'm,
oh
when
okay,
I'm done
okay.
with the
Oh, matter of
live.
fact, let me know what we should start doing before we like really start is like share, so we're not like popping in and out. 'Cause damn, I wanna share, but I'm like scared I'll get disconnected. Like,
Nah, go ahead. You can share if
okay,
it happens, and I'll just add you back.
all right, hold on one sec.
Ain't nobody in here yet anyway. Shouts to everybody who's probably scrolling and watching though. While I'm in the crib looking like an old lady right now. Yeah, on the computer all day. I was tired. I was tired, master. I was tired. Trying to get these files and music files out and one sheets done and all types of stuff. And it's been a difficult task because my computer have been acting up all it's been acting up for a while now. It's time for a new computer. While I have what is this? South Central? No, I forgot what movie this is. But I'm tired, y'all. I'm waiting for Luna to get back. She's sharing a live. I shared it earlier. So I understand how people want to be a part of something. Shouts to everybody who's coming in the room though. Hello. Say hello. Say hello, y'all. Hello to everybody who's, just watching. I'm waiting for Luna to come back. She's sharing a live. I'm sitting here tired with my glasses on because I've been on a computer all day and it's been messing with my eyes. Hey, Nivea, Navaya, Peely, Matthew, Leon. Greetings and good evening, everyone. How you doing? Thank you for coming in and saying hello to us. Luna is currently sharing a live with people. So Logan says he wants to be a Marine. Do I have any thoughts on that? I actually don't. I don't know anything about the Marines, and I cannot help you with that. I've never serviced or been in the service. So I'm sorry. I can't help you with that. Happy birthday, 221. Happy birthday. Another year. Congratulations. Hey, John B. Good evening. Hey, Matthew. How to find inner peace. Ooh, how to find inner peace. That is a good one. Finding inner peace is not being bothered by everything that happens to you, around you, you know. Finding inner peace is meditating, doing the things that you love to do that brings you joy, happiness. Uh, that helps with finding inner peace.
What's up?
Hey,
What's
J
up?
Mason, spell IHOP.
Welcome, peoples.
Spell IHOP. You're funny. Ashley, hi Ashley. How you doing? See, Luna's back, y'all. Luna's back.
What's good? What's good, folks? Welcome, welcome,
Jay Mason is
welcome
being funny.
to.
He said to spell IHOP. That's funny.
Yo, people got jokes. I love it.
You gotta love the internet. You gotta love the internet.
Yo, the internet is a very entertaining place. All right, and
Yeah.
YouTube, one of the most entertaining of them all. So I
Oh,
greatly appreciate
absolutely.
this platform. It's one of my favorites.
You gotta love
Uh,
YouTube. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
yes, happy Wednesday. Welcome. Yeah,
I'm
yo.
tired.
Girl, I would say like every time after class, I have to like decompress for at least like an hour and change when I go home. So I'm like drained.
Cause you be
Like
out there
I
messing with them kids.
listen. I don't want to be like fuck them kids, but no, I don't like. At the same time, there is a very good purpose. Like I love what I do, but at the same time, these like they really, really like are something else,
Yeah.
man. Like I give all the credit in the world to teachers and their parents because I'm like I come home to my nice, quiet, kidless residence, and I'm like.
A nice big sigh. Ah, doesn't it feel good to pay less?
Oh my gosh. For real, for real.
Oh
And
man.
like it's kids are a beautiful thing. I want to say that kids are a beautiful thing and without children, of course, the world wouldn't keep going, generations would cease to exist, but whew,
Shout out to those who like to pop.
at the same time. You said shout out to what?
Shout out to those who like to populate.
Yes, yes. Y'all keep the world going. I am not one of them, but shouts to y'all.
Z21 says Happy Christmas. Okay, Happy Christmas.
Oh,
Like that.
okay.
This weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in the
Let's
new year now, so yeah.
one of them, one of the New Year's.
One of the new year.
Um Happy Christmas. Yeah, Christmas, like I like it. I like it for the lights. I like it for people just seem to be more festive. I'm like, why can't you carry this vibe,
All
throughout
year
the
round.
year? Yeah, like why you gotta wait for the holiday spirit to kick in? Like, just be a good person all throughout.
Right.
I know sometimes people are gonna have their off days, but come on now, come on.
Yeah, for real. For real. Hey, what you sipping on? What you drinking?
I got some grape juice here
Mm,
with some ice. I'm trying not to, crunch down on it too hard, but you know the struggle.
I need a good ice making machine. Make me
Mm.
hospital ice.
Oh, wait, is that like slushy like kind of
That
ice?
slushy, crushed, good crushed ice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that slushy ice be hitting. Shout outs
So
to
what they
the
make that ice out of, but that it don't it sits in your mouth for a minute, it doesn't melt fast. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, you could chew on it. Yeah, I like
for
that.
real, for real. You got some advice? All right,
Give us
give
some
it to us.
advice, D21. What advice
Hit
you
it, hit us with some advice. I want to hear this. I'm actually very curious.
yeah. What you got for us?
What you got? What you got? Come with it. But come correct though. Talk nice.
Talk to me nice. Talk to
So
me
yeah.
nice.
In the meantime, while you're typing that, yo, me and Tony started off. We were like, the state of affairs in this world, like with the LA fires going on, it is craziness. It is pandemonium in the world right now. Like, what is happening?
At the top of the year
But
too. Like damn.
at the top of the year, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I was talking about absolutely not. I was
What a
I
dance thing. What
was
is that about?
I don't know. I was talking about what was it? You remember when the Canada wildfires hit was that last year
That
or
was
the year or the year before?
yeah, that might have been last year. The way the time going, I can't even keep up no more.
Oh damn. Yo, my brain is like
That
is
might have
buffering
been.
right now. I think wait, was that 24?
I think it was 23. It might have been
No, you
23.
right. You right, it was 23.
Yeah.
But like the way between that, the Maui fires, like all these fires started popping up, right? But the way that they were reporting these things was crazy. And I did a post on it and people was reacting. They were like, "Oh, well, some were like, yeah, it's mad suspicious, but others were like, oh, well, they the way that they help keep these fires contained is that they pour, because there's actual like footage
Mm-hmm.
and pictures of helicopters putting fire on top of fire,
Mm,
like fire is coming down from the helicopters. They're
mm,
like, oh, that's how they contain this. I'm like, how does that make sense to you? In
mm.
what world does that make any kind of sense?
That's interesting. Right. Because wouldn't that spread it more? Especially
Right,
if it's a forest. Wouldn't that?
right,
Hmm.
right. You
I
know,
don't
you
know. I
kind
feel like
of
they be trying to make us seem stupid. Or they just really think we're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's very interesting.
yeah, it's crazy. And LA has had an issue with not just LA, I should say California in general has had an issue with wildfires like for
As
a
of late.
while now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, what prevention methods are they putting in place? Because they know they have this issue, whether it be arson or not. You know these things happen, so why are there not better prevention methods
Right.
or, emergency response for that kind of thing? It don't make no sense.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question, though. Definitely a good question. I don't know. I mean, it seems like
Facts.
they think they know what they're doing. I don't know. I can't call it.
Yeah.
I can't call it.
But it seems a lot of them seem very highly suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like when I was looking into the Canada wildfires, I'm like, this doesn't seem like normal, like at all.
Right.
Canada, like temperatures up there are not like, hot and humid like they are out in California for the most
For that
part.
to yeah, for that to go the way it go, and for
Yeah.
us to feel the effects of it here, because we
That
felt the effects of it
that was
here.
bad. I
Yeah.
woke up and it really looked like labeled as Stranger Things because the whole atmosphere looked like some otherworldly shit, like we was on Mars.
Yeah.
And I was like, this does not look good. I went outside. I was like, maybe I should go back indoors because I don't know if this air is safe.
It wasn't. I remember going outside and feeling immediately like, oh, caught me.
Yeah, and you got so you
Mm-hmm.
people like that gotta watch out. I started doing research and I was like, oh, this is definitely not good for people's lungs. Like,
I remember the time when we were shut down and going outside because I just don't listen and I have to be outside somewhere and going outside, make my way to the store, the studio, something somewhere, and seeing them spraying whatever they were spraying and feeling that like, yo, what the hell is that they doing?
hmm
So while we're all inside, you know, uh, doing the Q thing, the isolation, while everybody's inside, not knowing what's going on outside, this is what they were doing outside.
Yep. Yep. They
Yeah,
was doing a lot of nefarious shit.
yeah. Ooh, nefarious. That is a good one.
Yo, I've been like, ever since our conversation, like, I'm like, yo, let me tap into some vocabulary. Let me, play around with some words here
I like
because
that. I like that. A
it's a
plethora.
lot of them.
It's a plethora.
You gotta, plethora. I,
Right.
re- where I first saw that? No, I first heard it in school, but I first saw it being used in Sister Act 2
Ah.
when homeboy with the kufe. He
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Yes, a plethora," and I was like, "Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you got to do the hand
Yeah,
motion and
yeah, yeah,
everything. That
yeah.
seals the deal. Absolutely,
That was a good character. He's a good character.
absolutely a good character.
Magic
Absolutely,
Pixie does. What is Z21
yo."
talking about here? Let's see.
Listen, no, he
Africa,
was talking about the
I got me giggling. North.
satellites using radar video from the they have this satellite footage of how these fires spread and it definitely does not look natural.
Mm.
It definitely does not. So there's evidence out there that makes it look very shady, but of course they're not going to report on that. Of
They
course
said
not.
that they said that there are those like windmill machines that makes the cold, that makes the snow, that makes the rain. That makes it spread all over the world and stuff. So I don't know.
So
We
that's
definitely
another
don't
thing.
necessarily know what is out there really because it's not like we're traveling all over every place of the planet or the earth. It's not like we're going to all the different corners to know what is actually planet here and there. We don't
Facts.
necessarily know. You know what I'm saying? So there could possibly be some place out there in the world that has all this stuff planted that's just is just making snow, that's just making rain, all types
No,
of
but
shit.
that's it's legit because I don't know if you remember recently they were using drones to make it rain in what was it, Dubai or one of the Emirates countries,
Mm,
and they overdid it, and they didn't have the proper sewage system or drainage system for this water to go, and there was flooding everywhere.
I
So
can't.
there is absolutely methods, and they have the technology to alter the weather. How and when they use it, besides like what we actually know or what they like speak on, which is very few incidences. Of course, they're not going to tell us everything, but yeah, that technology exists. And some people, like, I forgot this post I saw. There was a black guy that was like, what are y'all talking about? Somebody smoking something, or like just trying to like play people that talk about this, talking about y'all are conspiracy theorists. Like, no, it's real. Like, it's actually real.
There's truth to conspiracies now.
Absolutely.
There is truth to
Absolutely
conspiracies, or
are.
else they wouldn't be there. Just like there's truth in these films that we're seeing now that was made a long time ago, and things are starting to actually, happen now that you've seen a long time ago, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
what's that? So, I mean, at this point is really time to start taking things into consideration and really opening your eyes. Like, okay, they said this would
absolutely.
happen, and it's happening. You know,
Absolutely. They be throwing a lot of truth up in our faces, playing in our faces
plain in our faces,
essentially,
and we just be
all
like,
the
oh,
time. We be like,
nobody wants
"Oh,
to
that was
believe
a
it.
great movie." Like, no, it was based on true story, but they label it as fiction or whatever it
But
is. But
people don't
yeah,
believe things that come from people they don't think has the knowledge, or
mm,
people they don't think people who they don't feel is popular enough to report on something, or people don't believe those things. They don't If they don't think you're um experienced enough, or they don't believe in what you know or who you are. They won't believe anything you say. But let somebody
uh,
else who's popular, or somebody else say something that you already said, they gonna go with that and then tell
yeah,
you, well, so and so said, like, I told you the same damn thing. Like,
yeah. People have very selective, like the hearing is selective, and their attention it goes to very specific places. When it comes to like people of notoriety, they
yeah,
get the ear of most,
yeah,
versus little o us. We
yeah,
we might be talking facts and truth, but it's like, nah, y'all ain't big enough.
right,
Yeah, you know, yeah.
right,
Don't matter what you're saying. It doesn't matter if it's true. Like,
right.
who knows you? Like,
Exactly,
bitch,
exactly.
what?
Like, I know me, and I know what I'm talking
Right, exactly,
about.
exactly.
So Z21 is I guess he's saying that we are entertaining. Well, thank you for that.
Oh,
He,
thanks. Thanks.
he said something about a satellite using radar video from
Yeah, that was
the
the
Hawaii fire.
Hawaii
That's what he was
fires.
talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah. But that should be crazy because the amount of things, like, just imagine like what theories are out there. Imagine what we don't know. That's scary. That is really, really
And
scary.
we don't know a lot.
We don't know a
We don't know a
lot.
lot. We don't know a lot because it's not like it's being reported. It's not like any facts are necessarily being
Right,
reported for
right.
us to know. And we can't necessarily fact check nowadays because everything, it's like now they are censoring social media so much now
Yep,
that you got to be careful what you're saying and what you're doing on social media, because if you are putting factual information out there, they shut you down.
yep. You got to fact check the fact checkers
You got
now.
to
It's like
fact check the fact checkers.
like I don't. I don't even see how, like, who are these supposed fact checkers though that come
Uh,
on these posts and be
That's
like, oh no, that's not true, when in actuality, yeah, it is. Like,
a good
what?
question.
I
It's a
I
good
would
question.
love to know who is actually doing this fact checking,
Yeah,
or
same here.
what agency.
Just like on
What is it with
TikTok,
you and
I've
this
been
magic
seeing
pixie dust?
I've been seeing on TikTok. I don't know if you've been seeing the book, the apothecary book, where it has
Yes,
all the
yes.
remedies. And so I'm seeing a lot of people promote it, but they're like, I can't really tell you what's in the book because TikTok is going to ban me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Mm,
like, oh, that's crazy. They can sell the book, but they can't talk about what's in the book. You know what I'm saying? They can't talk about what can help you or whatever. They can only make sales in the book. So I'm like, anything that pertains to truth, health, anything that's helping people, you know what I'm saying, or enlightening people, giving people some type of information that, people we all go to these sites for, some type of insight, some type of, truth. They like, nah, we shutting that down.
no.
We don't
They
need
don't.
y'all
They
doing that.
definitely do not want us to know about natural remedies,
Mm-mm.
because that will, that's taking away a patient slash client, customer right there, and
Was
that's
it you
a
that sent me a video about hey, natural born fool. Okay, you got off tonight. That's good. It's cold out there. When it's
no,
cold
for real.
outside.
Yo, and it was cold like
Ah.
during the day where you feel it through the
You see how
layers.
I'm dressed? Hoodie,
Like,
sweats. I got on my big slippers, socks. It's cold.
yo, this is
It
cold
is
as fuck.
cold. It is absolutely cold. And I'm like,
Throw
oh
this
no,
blanket on my lap.
yeah. I'm like, I had to dress for the weapons inside. Like, damn, I got two heaters going right now.
Bro,
Like, what? It's
the way
cold. When it's cold outside.
I was like, let me prepare for this bundle when I was leaving school. I'm like, I took like a good like 7 minutes, made sure all the zippers were zipped, the hat was on, the layers, like, sometimes I roll up my sleeves. Nope. All of them down, make sure my
Everything down,
my
gloves
legs
on.
is down as far as it can go. Like, no, I didn't want any parts of that cold, but
Yeah, it's
gotta do
cold.
it
It's so
sometimes.
cold my car won't start.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
It's so cold my car won't stop.
Oh
Start.
no.
And I was just like, you know what, that shit gonna sit right there. It got to warm up a little bit for me. I'm not even gonna bother with it. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah.
I had my the jumper thing in the car
Yeah.
and I took it out. I said I need to, at least that need to warm up.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying? At
you're
least that
right.
need to
I
be
need to
warm
bring
up.
mine in because that's
So when
been
I
sitting
go
out
out
there. I
there
ain't
to
gotta
actually,
charge it.
start the car, at least that's warm enough to, I'm saying, give it some type of whatchamacallit. But yeah, it's so cold
Damn.
my car won't even start. I was like, look, ain't this a motherfucker? And I
Yeah.
need to, and I have to do whatchamacallit, the alternate side of the street parking. But
Oh shit.
I'm on a prayer right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That they don't come
I'm
around tomorrow.
hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll understand. Like, in like when it comes to weather
Understand.
like
Girl, please, they
this.
all about money. Do you see what they
No,
did
I.
already with the freaking tolls in New
Oh,
York
the
City?
yo. Did
Driving
you
down
see?
a street, you have to pay a toll at a light.
Yo,
I
did you
cannot
see the
believe that.
nonsense? Did you see the nonsense where they posted it like it was like a celebration, like they were counting down New Year's, like five, four. I'm like, yo, if y'all don't
I said
shut the
we
fuck
really got to get together as a people and fight this. This is not.
yo,
This is not
it's
fair.
not okay. It is not okay. And I was thinking that the same thing because they're the ones that have congested the city to this level.
Thank
And then
you.
they're going to turn around and charge people to enter into the city that they have congested. It don't make no damn sense. It don't make no kind of sense.
No
And
sense
people,
whatsoever.
yo, and people are actually like, I don't know how like people let this go through. Like, I mean, to be honest, like I really have not been keeping up like I
Neither
should
have
with
I.
current news.
Neither
And
have I.
if I had known if there was like a town hall meeting or something like that, I could have shown up to and be
And
like,
attended
"Hell no, you must
absolutely
go." I would have been, I would have been front and
same.
center.
Because I couldn't believe that. Like, damn. Okay, so now I won't necessarily want to drive into the city because that's I'm paying more to drive into the city than I am for the train. Number one, number two, the car fare cabs is gonna go up.
Absolutely.
So trying to leave the city if it's late or whatever, having to pay a cab, like it's unfair. It's
Yeah.
it's unfair. The train systems is still shitty. Num
Hmm.
fares is going up. This don't make no sense whatsoever.
None.
None.
None at all. Girl, it's like New York used to be like, a pretty good city. Like as far as, like some decency level as far as pricing, compare with service, compare with, everything else, like wages and things like that. Now it is completely out of whack. Completely.
The new train cars are nice. They absolutely are. However,
You know
nothing
we paying
changed
for
on
that,
the
right?
trains.
You know we paying for that though,
Nothing
right?
changed on the trains though. It's worse now. It's worse now. Trains, people are dying on trains now. Like it's worse now.
Yes, not only that, you see more homeless on there than ever. Like I forgot who posted, like they went into a car and it was like just filled with people sleeping on the seats.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bad. The city is like reaching some like really disastrous levels.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely time to go. It's time to go.
yeah, yeah,
I'm a
I'm
city
not feeling
girl.
this city
I'm a
anymore.
Brooklyn to the heart. I love New York City. I love Brooklyn, but it's definitely time to go. I
Yeah.
said, I was leaving a salon. I was working on Lexington this past Saturday, last Saturday. I was
Okay.
working on Lexington Avenue, and I'm walking. I was on 74th and Lexington, and I said, let me just walk. Let me walk. Let me get my steps in. So I was walking down to 59th Street, and I'm walking, and I couldn't believe the toll on this is a street at street lights. You are paying a toll on a street. It's not a highway, a freeway. It's not none of that.
Nope.
I
And
could an
this is just the
expressway. This is the
beginning.
streets. I
Yo,
couldn't believe it.
people have
I said,
allowed
I
this
wonder
to
if they. I'm
happen.
sorry, Luna. I don't mean to cut you
No,
off,
no,
but
go
I was
ahead,
like,
go
I
ahead.
wonder if they're going to charge us to walk down these streets now.
Oh, oh, that's a good question. I mean, who knows where they're gonna take it? Because we've allowed them to get to this point. This is just the beginning. They're gonna be like, oh, what other street can we toll that's busy like this? Where else can we put up, this saying it's congested, so we gotta, put a
Yeah,
price on it.
it's yo, I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And I was furious. It was cold as hell. I'm walking, but I got hot instantly when I saw that, I got hot instantly. I stood there looking at the sun like, they serious? And this man walked past, he was there, they sure are. But I didn't say it out loud. Like I didn't say they serious out loud. I was just looking at it like I couldn't
Your
believe it.
face
And he
said
was
it,
he was
yeah.
like, yup, they sure are. You see that? And I turned to
Yo,
look at him. He looked at me. He kept walking. And I'm just standing there looking like, oh shit.
yeah, they
I
really
couldn't believe it.
serious. Yo, that is an excellent question. Where is the money going?
Yeah, for
I
real.
need like where are the fact checkers for that?
Yeah.
Where are the real fact checkers for that? I
It's
need
going in their pockets. They getting bigger houses. They getting bunkers. They making sure they straight. They building tunnels
exactly,
for themselves to go hide under when shit go down.
exactly.
And they
And
leaving us out here
we
to
just out
fend
here
for
like
ourselves and pay for everything, pay for their luxuries. That's where the money is going.
that's basically the gist of it. That is the gist of it. This whole pyramid thing is getting deeper and deeper because they're just creating so many more avenues where they're just sucking communities dry of resources. Not only just money, but it's like, all the distraction around, they're taking people's time, they're taking people's energy. So it's like you just feel depleted all around.
Taking things away from the communities. There's no community centers. There's nowhere where people can go and get some type of reform or there's nothing that you can do. You have to go home and get on your damn phone. You know what I'm
Basically.
saying? It's like soon the people won't be leaving their freaking homes.
Uh,
And
you got
that's
you got
probably
some
the
that's
overall.
already the case.
Yeah, And I believe that's possibly the overall plan. I think they didn't really execute the way they wanted to when we were all on lockdown. You know
No,
what I'm
it
saying?
definitely didn't go the way that they wanted to. I made a joke. What was it? Because you noticed that lockdown started, but then in the city they had these protests going on for George Floyd,
I remember that.
right? And they was not breaking that up. You know, things were happening as far as like the race wars were starting again. And I was like, oh shit, that means it didn't go the way that they planned. So they're like,
Yep.
activate race wars.
Yep. Yep.
Like, yo,
Yep.
that made no sense whatsoever. Y'all scared of COVID like that, but yet and still you're letting people march in the streets.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like
And there
I
was a
went
lot
out
of different
there.
marches going on too.
Yes,
I
on
remember recording
every
something with the,
borough.
yeah, there was, but not only for George Floyd, there was like different stuff happening that
Yeah.
people were
There was
marching
a
for.
lot of shit. There was a
There was
lot
a
of
lot
shit.
of
But
stuff happening.
I think that was the kickoff. Like Floyd was like the kickoff and then it was like a string of murders after that. And people were just angry. Like I know me included. Like I was so mad. I'm like, what is this bullshit? And then at the same time, don't forget to get your shot.
Your
Don't forget to
shot.
get your
Yep.
booster.
Yep.
Like
Now we got the norovirus.
really? Wait, what? I had heard something, but I didn't really like look into it because I know I was gonna get instantly like mad at that. What is it that they're saying now?
The norovirus. NORO virus. Another virus coming from China. Another virus coming from China that's been circulating, and it makes people nauseous, dizzy, you know. It doesn't really say anything about respiratory, but yeah, it's a lot of shit going on out here. It's a
Yo, they
lot of
back in
shit
the
going
labs
on.
again, huh?
They back in the labs, honey.
They back in
They
it.
back in the labs.
They said,
It
"Oh,
was like,
what could
all
we
right,
cook up this time? The
yeah,
last one wasn't, that wasn't our best work. Let's get
yeah,
back at it and see what we can do."
yeah.
Yo,
The scientists are scientisting,
oh,
scientisting, making up. I'm making up shit like they making up shit.
yo, no, for real though. That's for like they really, really in there. Like they in the kitchen, like just throwing stuff in the pot, seeing like what they could cook up to, cause pandemonium again. Like, what is this?
Natural Born Food said, "I see a toll at
Oh
Central
no.
Park coming. $1 to enter. Enter. I had to pay $1 to use the bathroom in Paris. Very common in Europe. That's very interesting. I remember when I was in Europe, that wasn't happening. So this has to be new.
I remember bathroom, yes. I went to Ghana. They had that going on. It wasn't $1 though. It was like a quarter or something like that in their money.
Really?
But yeah.
Mm.
And wait, you know what? Was it to enter or for the toilet paper? I can't remember which one now. But they were charging for
Damn, you gotta
something.
pay to wipe your ass. You gotta.
Yeah, basically.
you got.
Basically.
You know what?
Basically.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
what is
That
going
is great.
on?
Yo, so
Then you
a
can't travel
toll
with nothing.
no. So
Then you can't
basically,
travel with your own toilet paper. You can't
no.
travel with your own. You got, you know what I'm
Not
saying? These
unless
little bite
you
sized
wanna
things.
pay out your ass to bring some
Oh,
bags on because like they're trying to charge for every single thing now. But wait, I'm curious, but is the toll for just like walking in or driving through Central Park? Because what? Either way is ridiculous.
I am blown. I am all the way blown. I don't know what to say. It's stressing me out right now. I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting here like I can't believe this.
Yo, listen,
Because Luna, you know,
we
we be
both blown.
outside. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
be outside. We go out. So it's like, damn. I've been thinking about this since Saturday. Like, damn, I can't drive into the city. I can't. Like, what? What's going
You know what? I think I've been kind of like unknowingly preparing myself for this. Um, because I can't remember the last time I've drone into the city.
on?
Because it's like every time something was going on, it was like early enough in the day that it didn't even make sense. Like the traffic
Yeah,
compared to public, it was going to be about the same time.
yeah.
So now it's like, you know what? Get them steps in, girl.
You know, Saturdays is my day. Like I would drive to work. I'm not doing that no
Mm,
more.
yeah,
I'm not doing
don't
that
even
no
make
more.
sense.
You ain't gonna
So
get me.
wait, so it's the same price, like all right, PZ 21.
Good
Um,
night, Z21. Thank you for joining us.
yeah, thanks for checking
We
in.
here
Wait,
next Wednesday, so make sure you come back next Wednesday.
every Wednesday at 9, we here.
Yes,
So
sir.
wait, Lincoln Tunnel is 17 per car, yo,
$17.
and it's just going up. Everything is just continuously going up, and they have it
I
on a
remember it was
steady
$9. I don't even
rotation.
remember when this whole double jump happened. I remember it was
Listen,
$9.
they
I
snuck
think it
it
was six
in.
dollars at one point.
They snuck that in real quiet, real quiet, and it don't even make sense. What was it? I think they started the trend on Staten Island because when that bridge toll jump to what was it, 20? It's like either almost 20 or at 20.
The Verrazano,
Yeah, yeah,
it's at $20 now.
yeah. Without Easy Pass. So if you have a resident discount or like a New York City discount, or they have a couple of different discounts you can apply to Easy Pass, but if you don't have that, yeah, you coming out your pocket for 20.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like every bridge that leads into Staten Island is in the double digits.
The
And
George Washington Bridge is $100 for truck drivers. Blood clot.
stop it.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, the thing is, like, they have to pass that. Like, unless you're maybe an independent driver, that will definitely add up. But if not, then that has to be something that's passed on to the employer. I can't see like an actual driver like paying out of pocket for that. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start some type of petition or something. And color change. I'm about to go color change and start some type of petition because we need to do something about this. Like this, that's
Yeah.
not okay. That's
No,
not
it's
okay.
really not. It's
They
really
are
not.
robbing the people blind.
Yep.
That is not okay.
And for that, like what they did, like it's not the people that said, oh, we want to congest New York City to the point where like there's going to be traffic on top of traffic on top of traffic. Like,
When
this is
it's
not the
usually the
people's
police
doing.
people, it's usually the police cars who's doing foolishness. Not you want to pull people over, but you don't want to pull all the way over. You're causing traffic. You got
Right.
the what is up there, United Nations and all that stuff that's up there that be causing all types of traffic. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, regulate yourselves. What's wrong with
Yeah.
y'all?
Whenever like an official, like the president, comes into town, like, oh my god, traffic is
Ridiculous.
ridiculous. Yeah.
E.
It's really bad. Like every other day now. It used to be once in a while. I'd be like, I should really just sell all my shit and just, pick an island and just
And go.
just disappear. But now it's like it's pretty regularly. Like, yo,
It's a everyday
yeah.
thought. And at
Like,
any
yo.
given moment, at any time, I'm just gonna drive into the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna get my car and drive to the sunset because what the fuck?
Woo. Yeah. Yeah. It's so bad. It is so bad. I don't
Yeah,
even know what
remember
to say
back in the
about New York
days
City
there was
anymore.
ways to get around the tolls. Back in the days there was ways to get around the tolls. I don't think there's way to get around tolls now.
I don't think so. I mean, you could just run through it, and then I know a couple of people, they just ignore their mail. Like they just let the mail stack up on it.
Nigga said they run through it.
Listen, because there's really nothing stopping you now. It's not like before where they had the what is it, the toll arms that came down. Now
That
it's
came
like
down.
you
Yeah.
just drive straight through, and you have the easy pass on or you don't. And if you don't, it's like, oh well.
Well, you better have something that you better have one of them shits, one of them Teslas that could fly out this bitch because you put enough speed. You better go up in the air after that because them cops is coming after you. They see you buzzing through some toll, especially if they standing on the sides because
Oh
nowadays they got
shit.
them on the sides. Like cop cars just sitting on the side waiting.
They do. But you know what though? I don't even know if I don't know all like toll whatever they call it, the toll things where like it just flashes, right? When you drive under it. The ones that I've seen. I don't know if it gives like any kind of indicator, like flash. Wait, they didn't have their toll. Like go after them, kind of thing. Like, does it send out a signal to
No,
cops to
because I
let them
believe what
know?
they do is, I believe there's some kind of way where they get your VIN, or
Uh,
your license plate. Hmm.
that's bad.
It is bad.
Oh, it's not even 100. It's 103.40. For some reason, that just makes it much worse. It's like that 340 is like, wait, what? Now I'm extra mad. What
Yeah,
the
what is it
fuck?
340 for? This is ridiculous.
Yo, that is
I don't like that shit.
it is state of affairs, and it's not just New York, the tri-state area. Of course, New York is the worst offender, but the tri-state area, because like it seems like the surrounding states take a cue from New York, and they try to enact like some of the same foolishness that New York does, and it's bad. It's gonna get bad in the tri-state area within the next few years, like guaranteed. They're only gonna keep trying to like go up and up and up in price on everything except the wages, of course, except the
Except the
wages.
wages. Yeah,
Oh, it is
yeah,
time to go. Yo,
yeah.
where we taking girl? Because New York ain't it.
We gotta take girls somewhere where, if we become homeless, we'll have a home like Canada. At least they'll home us. you know,
She.
at least they'll home us. Cause
I
this
mean,
this this is
start
crazy.
practicing that Canadian accent, eh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I ready to get out of here.
Yo, it's
A lot of
time
people want to
to
go to the south
bounce.
or go. I don't even want to go to the south. Like, I want to go somewhere where
I
it's
mean,
a
I
whole
don't know. I
nother
like the
country
South
would
to
be nicer.
visit. You know what? I'm thinking international because like there's so much to explore out there, and like America, like it's home and everything. It's I'm always have love, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like the way anymore.
Yeah,
You
I
said
might go
come to
back home,
VA.
be in Honduras, like, hey y'all, take my ass
Hey,
back home. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Give me a nice little
listen,
farm, and that's it. Shit, grow all my own shit.
absolutely. This listen, that's been the goal for me. I just said that whenever it happens, I'm ready. I'm ready to go because I
Yeah,
know
little
that's
fool said come to VA. I don't like Virginia.
yeah. I'm not a fan either. I'm
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
not a fan of
No,
Virginia.
no offense, no offense, no shade at
No,
all
yeah, no
to
offense.
VA.
I'm not a fan of Virginia.
You
Washington,
know,
Virginia, Delaware, none of those places. Maryland.
the what do they call it, DMV
Yeah,
area? It's nice to visit. Like I like riding
not
through.
gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do
And like I like visiting the South, but living there is a different story. It's I don't know. It doesn't feel like long term. Every time I go to visit like my family in Charleston, it's like it's so nice to see them. It's so nice to visit, to feel some warm weather.
it. Yeah, but
It's
to
like
be there, it's like, oof. Yeah. Hey,
I don't know. I
hey,
don't know.
Pete, thank you for coming through.
What's up, B? What's up? What's up? But yeah, it's
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the South. I'm
gotta
just,
figure it
I
out.
don't
Gotta
know.
figure it out. I don't know. I,
Listen,
I have my
I am born American, but my family is of Garifuna descent. So I was raised in the Garifuna culture, but in America, and um, the South don't necessarily do it for me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
nah.
need culture.
It's burning. Yeah, we touched on that earlier. We was
Yeah,
talking about the wildfires, and to natural born,
I got a lot of family
Texas.
in Texas. I got a lot of family in Texas, and
I
yeah,
don't I don't think I
but
could do Texas
yeah,
either.
yeah.
I don't Texas like
The one thing I like
between
about Texas is open carry. You know what I'm saying?
oh
I'm
that
licensed,
that's like the
so I don't
only
mind
thing.
that. That's all good. But no,
That is like the
I can
only
open
thing that I
carry
could
outside of the country too, depending on
yeah.
where I go.
That's the only thing I could even think of that I'm like, okay, yeah, Texas. But everything else, like as far as, their lawmakers, it's kind of like reminiscent of Florida where they're trying to like kind of erase like a lot of history on, this end.
Hmm.
And I don't like that like at all.
Yeah,
And I don't know, Texas, I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel.
You're not
It's
gonna
not.
be able to
It's
do
not.
it.
It's not. It's not giving. Really.
I like LA though. LA, that was one of my places. For a little while, I stayed in Santa Monica. And I played like a landlord where I subleased my
Okay.
space that I had there. And I love LA. I really really do love LA. But the one thing that I didn't like of LA was the 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 fires, the earthquakes,
Mm,
shit like that.
yes.
Like, I don't like that shit.
That feels like kind of you never know when that 5.0 is gonna drop. That's kind of scary. Not to say you live in fear like that, but the it's a very real thing out there, and that is scary.
Yeah, and when I was there was an earthquake, and I was just like, "Oh hell no! It's time for me to go back to the East Coast. I don't like that shit. I ain't like
Yeah,
that."
and this is why international seems so appealing, especially because you can live on an island with like several volcanoes and still feel completely safe. And it's like, why can't we feel this safe in our own country? Like what is happening here?
Yeah, Houston is a lot of Garifunas. There are a lot of Garifunas. I have a lot of family in Houston, lot of
Uh,
family in Houston. So I know. I mean, this is family though. A lot of my family, that's where they from. That's where they were
mm,
like born and raised. They were there. They left. Their parents left real young. When they were real young, so they grew up there. Like me going there now, I for me, I don't. Yeah, I don't see it.
mm,
I don't see it. But I would have to go somewhere where I would definitely feel good. And like I said, LA was one of those places that I was planning on going back to. So to see that what's happening out there now, it's sad for me because like I really really love Cali.
mm,
I've visited a lot of parts of Cali, San Diego, San Francisco. I've been around Cali and I really love it out there. And if anything, that would have been a place that I would have went to because it kind of reminds me of still gives me that New York vibe. And that's the
right,
thing. I'm a city girl still at the same time, so I feel like I need to be somewhere that's similar but not, at the same time,
right.
but still kind
Still
of give
still
me the
got some
same.
urban.
Yeah, so yeah. But
I feel you.
again, I'm not opposed to hitting another country. I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I went I went to LA one time. I wasn't a big fan, but I did love like neighboring cities like what is it? Like San Fran, that's one of my like favorites.
I
Like every
love
time I hit San
San
Fran,
Fran.
like it was a good time. And I don't like that one. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it either cuz I don't know if it was just the people that I was hanging out
For
with,
real, I
like,
was out there crip walking like, oh no. It's like, what up, cuz?
yo. Yeah, they're like I love the tall palm trees. I like the aesthetic, as far as like, the nice weather. I loved Venice Beach area. That was really nice.
Venice is weird.
And you
That's
said
why I
Venice
was
is
getting
weird?
that weird energy. Venice Beach is
Yeah.
weird.
Yo, no.
Venice
There was a
Beach
lot of
is
there was a lot of weird people, but like on the boardwalk, like I was buying crystals and stuff. I was like, "Oh, I like this,
it's
part
huge.
of
Venice
it."
Beach is huge. It's like
Huge.
it's like a extended Coney Island.
Facts. Facts.
That's what
And like
Venice Beach is.
yo, and to even like walk to the actual water, it looked like it was about damn near half a mile. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, it's out there. It's far. It's far. It is far, which is crazy. That is so true. I was like, damn,
fact.
we gonna never get the water.
Yo, Pete said, I love your songs, needs radio play. I agree, Pete. I agree.
I appreciate that,
Yes.
Al. You know
Kids
how to make
kids
that
need that real
happen?
hip hop.
You gotta call the radio stations and request me. Throw my name
Ooh.
under if you're following any of these radio stations on
Where the
social
numbers at?
media.
Where the numbers?
Throw my
We need
name
to
underneath there. You know what I'm saying? Play some ToniSteelz. Like that's you gotta make noise for it. You gotta make noise
yeah.
for it. But it's out
All
there.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
We
It's
we
out
we got a couple of petitions to start. All right.
We got a couple of
We
petitions
got a couple. Yeah.
for real. San Diego is now. I love San Diego.
All right. All right.
I love San Diego. I remember driving there from LA, and just the scenery, the views on the highway was beautiful. Like
I keep
it looked
hearing
like the
that.
mountains was moving. Like as you're driving, it looked like the shit is just moving. It was
Yeah.
nice. It's
Yo,
scary
I've
though because
I've
there
heard.
ain't no rails. Like, you gotta be careful you don't fall off these highways. I don't know what was going on the sides, but yeah,
Yo, listen, if I've driven on the islands where it's the same deal, and I was looking down like, oh shit, that looks
yeah.
steep. And so if I could do that over there, I could get used to that in San Diego. That's not a problem. But
See,
I
that was a
have heard
pump.
that San Diego was nice.
When I was in the UK, you wasn't gonna get me to drive nowhere because the other side, the wheel on the other side, it was just weird to me. It was just like I'm not gonna be able to do this. We gonna get
No,
a cab.
trust me. It's not like the first time I did it, I was like, I thought it was gonna feel really weird, but you acclimate pretty quickly. It's just
You
about
drove in
like,
the UK?
not in the UK, but
Oh,
like in the islands, like they
hmm,
have, the same like
yeah.
situation. So I remember in Jamaica, that was probably one of the funniest because we
Ooh,
was
Jamaica.
driving, I think we were coming back from, what was it? Was it Ocho Rios? No, Grill. Which one is the one where Rick's Cafe is? What side is that? Do you remember?
I don't.
All right. Well, wherever Rick's Cafe
Was
is,
it
we was
Montego? No, it's not Montego.
no, we was driving to back to Montego Bay from that side.
So it must be Negril.
Okay. Yeah, it's either or because
Because I
we
know
was all
it's all
over.
on one kind of like long strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming back, we got pulled over,
Mm.
right? And the cops in Jamaica, I don't know why they have to walk around with assault rifles and shit, but it's not a fun look, getting stopped by that.
Was it
So
nighttime?
no, thankfully it was during the day.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we was not taking no chances being on the road at night. No,
Yeah,
no,
hell
no, no.
no. Mm-mm.
So like I had asked my cousin to drive. I was like, I'm tired of driving. Like just take over for me. So she must have been driving crazy or doing something because I was kind of nodding off. Next thing you know, we getting pulled over. They're like, oh, let's see the paperwork, and they coming up with these big ass guns, and I'm like, wait, what
Mm-mm.
is happening here? So this crazy chick gets out the car and she's like, can I take a picture with y'all and your guns? I'm like,
Oh my God.
whose child are you? Like, what
I
are you doing?
cannot.
I'm like, but
But
at
they
a
took the
certain
picture.
point, oh yeah, they took it. But at a certain point, it kind of felt like they were trying to like an extortion kind of thing. Because they were like, they had us there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Oh, well, you're on the paperwork because the car was registered in my name." They were like, "Oh, you're on the paperwork, so you have to drive." I was like, "All right, not a problem." They're just standing there. I'm like, "All right, what is there something else? Like, you have all the paperwork. What's up?" And they didn't know what to say. They're just like, "We was acting dumb." So I'm like, "All right, eventually they're gonna have to give it up because you ain't getting no money. So
Right.
what's up?"
Well, you're lucky they didn't want something else.
Shit. Well, there it
Giddy
was for
punani
it
wa
was
punani. Giddy punani wa.
no.
You're lucky.
Listen, I'm like, all right, there was like four of us. So I'm like,
They probably was
there's
like,
only two of them.
Broden.
We could probably take at least, we could take them down, like just, scatter, just like zigzag. They start
Take
shooting.
that rifle and bang bang. Whole that.
Yo,
He
yes,
said Funk
Santa
Flex
Funk
is
Flex.
slipping, is sleeping.
I
You gonna
mean,
send
slipping
me
and sleeping. I could see that both for Funk Flex.
in? Listen, I appreciate that. If you know that'll be dope. I appreciate that.
Yes, please
And
do.
thank you for even supporting my
EJHR.
music and listening to it. So Al, shouts to you, Pete. Thank you.
Yes. Yo, it's a dire time all around, especially a dire time for hip hop. So yes, we need your music on the radio because
It is a
the
dire time for hip hop. Oh my
oof
god! I know you're not really
oof
following what's going on, but I'm a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? So hip hop always is gonna come into the conversation.
yeah
And this whole thing that's happening with Remy and Papoose. Ooh,
What happened with them
love.
now? What? I thought they was done.
Black love is a rap, honey. Black love is a
Oh
rap.
no. You know what? They were actually like, one of the couples. I was like, all right, they look like they had a respectable relationship. And it's not to say I don't do the whole like, oh, couples goal things because
Yeah,
everybody
neither
has
do
their
I.
issues.
Neither everybody
But
has their issues. Everybody got something.
everybody,
Nobody relationship is perfect. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
But
exactly.
yeah, they supposedly they supposed to be done according to the reports, because I
I
don't know,
thought
I
they'd
don't
been done.
neither
They
one
got
of them
back together.
personally. No, they didn't get back together, but it's getting nasty.
Oh,
I guess whatever's happening. I don't know if they're getting a divorce, trying to get a divorce. I don't know what's happening with that. However, she's seeing somebody and he's seeing somebody. But her thing has been public for a while, and
okay.
as of recently, so the person that she's seeing is a battle rapper, somebody she has on her league, who she signed to her, and this is who she's been parading around with, and he's like Papoos's doppelganger. Like he looks like supposedly he's a
She got a
spinoff.
type. She
She
got
has a
a
type, and
type.
so does he, because the girl that he's dating kind of like her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they both have a type, and they both have spinoffs. They're both
It's
dating a
the
spinoff.
remix.
Right, right, right. And the remix don't last too long, so
No, no.
you better stick to the original.
I
But
mean,
anyway,
some. I don't know. Wait, there's a couple of remixes I could think of that was like fire, more fire than the original, but not that many. So yeah, the original is usually like you want to stick with that, but I don't know.
so as of recently, he just did a battle. His name is Easy the Block Captain. He just did a battle with against
Easy to block
Shotgun.
captain.
Easy the Block Captain is his name, and he just did a battle against somebody.
Wait, wait, boy.
Laugh on, friend. Get your laugh on. Get your laugh on. It's comical. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty
I
funny.
wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Yo, these rap names are getting like more and more ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, they are. A lot of these names are just foolish. A lot of these artists are just foolish. But so she's dating him, and they just did a battle. The full battle is not out yet, but they've been putting out clips. In one of the clips, he says something like something where Papoose at one point had did an alphabet kind of rhyme where he did something for every letter in the alphabet.
Okay, okay.
So being that he's Easy, the block captain, he said something about what happened when she stopped that E. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, coming at him, and then
Oh,
he asks her in the middle of rhyme, Remy, do you love me? And you hear in the background like yes, and I'm like, oh shit, like yeah, so it's going down. So
ooh,
apparently, her and Papoose, I'm pretty sure is completely done at this
that
point,
sounds
but
like a
they
rap.
still live together. But they still live together. They still sharing a home. They have like a 3, 4 year old, maybe 5 year old she is now or something, daughter, the golden child. That was a whole big thing. But I always felt like she wasn't really into him. I felt like, he was really into her, and
Yes,
she
I agree.
stayed because she knew she was gonna have somebody who was gonna be there for her.
I
You know what I'm
agree. I agree.
saying? I don't it never really looked like she was really all, head over
Yeah.
heels for him. And she did 8 years in prison. It's like a dude coming home from prison doing all this time. Like, are you gonna really settle with anybody when you out? You now you got all this access to all this and every. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been getting nobody else but this person all this time, and maybe this is the person you didn't even want all this time. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
because this person was there for you and there with you, like you felt a little obligated. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that loyalty though, like, all right, there's this whole like, people got this whole romanticized version of love and everything like that. But yo, you get a loyal, respectful person. That is so rare. Loyalty like that is super rare. So when somebody's holding you down like that,
Super, super rare. Because you see what's happening nowadays. Now there is no loyalty. Everybody's airing out all their stuff on social media.
Yeah,
It's like
no.
you done had a baby with this person. You know what I'm saying? Like you created a whole human life. You married this person. Like shouldn't some things stay sacred? Like shouldn't something, if y'all gonna walk away from each other, walk away amicably
And keep that mouth closed.
and
Like,
keep that mouth closed. Like
yo, them
me, you would never
secrets,
have to worry about me saying anything. But best believe when I leave, you will never speak to me again.
never,
You will
ever,
never
ever.
hear from me again. You will never have the opportunity to ever say to me, I'm sorry. Because I won't give a fuck. I'm gonna leave
Facts.
your ass the fuck alone.
Facts. Facts
And
on
you
facts
ain't
on
gotta worry
facts.
about me saying anything about you. I'll
Whew.
let the people speculate and say whatever they want about me. Say you could say whatever you want about me, but I will never say anything about you. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? You just leave
that
that where
was
it's
that was
at.
my actual life. That was my actual life. Like
Because for
after,
what?
yo,
For
yo,
what? When you know who
there's
you
no
are
point.
here, you know what I'm saying? When you know who you are here, what you about, I'm not blocking my blessing. Because what's
Nope.
gonna happen with you is you gonna go get, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's gonna happen with you is gonna happen with you.
Yo, karma will hit. If not today, if not tomorrow, it will hit eventually. And I am not, like you said, blocking my own blessings or bringing bad karma onto
On
myself
myself.
by
For
trying
what?
to, get back, talk shit, whatever. No, I'm keeping my karma clean.
You see what Tina Turner did? I don't want nothing. Just leave
Nothing.
me my name. Just leave
That's
me
it.
with my name. That's it. You can have everything.
Yo.
You can
And
have
and
everything.
it
I'll
do
walk away from
oh
all this shit.
listen, Mother Tina was like a saint for that because a dude like Ike deserved like to get shot in the street like a dog.
But
I'm
how
sorry,
many
but
Ikes are there in the world? How many Ikes are
whoo.
there in the world?
Yo, did you hear about there was a group chat of like thousands and thousands of men
The one
that
I
were
sent you.
caught.
70,000.
It was you that sent me. Okay. I was like, who sent
70,000
this to me? Because
men
this
in
made
a
me
group
so
chat
mad.
talking about raping their mothers, their sisters, how to do it, when to do it. 70,000 men in a group chat. That shit is scary as fuck.
It is really scary. And like, yo, no shade to any dudes are on this live right now, but if you know somebody like that, like
Or if you yourself somebody like
please.
that.
I mean, I'm not trying to put that on anybody that's in here. Hopefully, we attract the right kind of people that's not gonna bring, that kind of energy. But if they know, because the whole thing is with guys, that I see a lot, like guys will let their friends get away with
Murder.
murder.
I seen a clip today. Hold that thought real quick, Luna. I seen a clip
Okay.
today because I watch the Joe Button podcast, and I seen a clip today on Instagram where Ish was saying that if one of his man's wives is cheating on them, he's going to tell his man. But if one of his girlfriends, one of his homegirls, is being cheated on by one of their men and he see it, he not telling them. So Melissa Ford was like, "Well, how does that work if you're supposed to be friends with?" Like she was like, "That's bullshit. Like that's fucked
Yeah,
up." And
that's
that
straight
is fucked
bullshit.
up because they're not really your friend. You're not
At
really a
all.
friend to them.
At
So how
all.
does it work for one person and not work for the other? Like that's fucked up.
How did he answer that?
He didn't say nothing. He was just like,
Mm, yeah,
That's just
because what
that's
can
just
you
what I would
say?
do.
How can you ration out, like,
But
there
that
is
goes to show
no.
that men and women really are not friends. Men can't really be a
Mm,
friend to you if you're not gonna hold me down in all ways as
yeah,
a
no,
friend.
that's fucked up. That is fucked up. Tina Turner made her name after Ike. I mean, Tina Turner made it what it is. Like, who really sits there and think about an Ike Turner? The only Turner you think of is Tina. Like,
Yeah,
I
see
hope his
now
leg,
we could get into this argument now, Pete. We could
his
definitely get into this
legacy,
debate
yeah, his legacy,
because
I hope goes up in flames because he
she
was straight
blew him up.
garbage.
Let's get that correct. She blew
That's
him up. He needed her.
straight facts.
And she kept
Straight
her name
facts.
because it rang. It had a ring to it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And
Let's
he was
let's not
mad about
let's
that. He was so upset.
he was upset.
He was so
And
upset
look at
that
him
she
still
was
was trying
doing
to get her
so
back.
well.
And look at him and look at him. Look at you and look at you. He was still trying to get her back because he knew it was nothing going on for him. Nobody was
Yeah.
thinking about no damn Ike. Nobody
Nope.
was thinking about no damn Ike.
Nope. At all. Like, yo, every time I hear a dude say "eat the cake" anime, I give him the side eye because it's like, yo,
Yeah, it's not
what?
funny.
No, it's not like at all. Like the fuck.
Yeah, it's not funny at all.
Yeah, no, dudes like that make me sick. And like, no, serious though, fellas, like, please be
There
like
needs
a
to be
good
more.
person.
There needs to be a level of understanding that y'all have to have when it comes to women. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very apparent that there's a huge misunderstanding
Mm,
of who we are and what we and how we should be treated. You
mm,
know, and when it comes to us wanting to be equal in certain circumstances where there's a lack of understanding about that. You know what I'm saying? Like we really do expect, if we have a male friend, we really do expect our male friend to be our friend.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we really do expect that.
Sure do.
Nothing more, nothing less. And let me speak for women, because there are girls out there are females out there, but women, grown women with in their right state of mind, who's about something, who got something going on for their life, and who have standards for themselves, expect a certain level of friendship from anybody,
Yep.
and there needs to be an understanding there, because I feel like men just look at all women in one through one lens,
Mm,
and don't necessarily really understand that we might be the same in some aspects, but we're not all the same. We don't all think the
absolutely not.
same. We don't all move the same. We don't all do the same things. And if you had a certain level, a deeper level, of know that from how you communicate, how we communicate. You know what I'm saying? You would understand that. But it seems like a lot of men just kind of like go blank. Like you
Mm.
don't necessarily. I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. I don't know. Let me figure out the words to say. But I just feel
No,
like
I, I
there's
I
such
feel
a
you.
disconnect
I feel
when
you.
it
Yeah.
comes to men and women in that understanding place. There's a
Yeah.
certain disconnect. You know what I'm saying? There are men, there are boys, guys, males, niggas who don't have a certain level of understanding when it comes to women.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And you just treat all women the same, or think of all women the same, put all women in one box. And that's not okay.
No, it's
That's not
not.
okay.
It's really not because you know what? If you turn it back around on them, they don't want to be all lumped together and put in the same box. So it's like, why would you do that to us then? Like, they want to be treated with a certain level of respect, a certain level of regard. Like, we want that too.
We want that too.
We would like that too, please. Like, respect goes both ways. So it's like, if we, don't do the petty thing like, oh, well, you got to give respect
Right,
first to get it, like kind of thing. Like, come on, come on.
right.
Like, everybody gets basic respect until they don't deserve it anymore. As far as I'm concerned.
Jay-Z slipped what out?
Oh yeah, the eat the cake anime thing. That's when I started looking at him funny. I was like, really, Jay?
Oh, well, he was
Really?
talking about Beyonce, right?
Well, well, you see how he been treating her with a bad so shit.
She made a whole
Like
album. She made a whole album about it. Like
whole
here you
album.
go. Like the here you go.
Like damn.
Yeah, listen, I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
it's not funny.
We just really
It's
have
not
to
funny.
get to a place where, one thing can't be good for your sisters and not be good for your homegirls or
That
your
part.
girlfriend. You know what I'm
That
saying?
part.
But then again, there's some men who don't even give a fuck about their sisters. Like
That's true.
they
That's
don't give a
true.
fuck about their sisters. They don't give a
That's
fuck about
true.
their moms. Like, it is what it is, whatever. Like a lot of people, a lot of men do things surfacey. I'm
Mm,
making up words. Surfacey, like everything is on the surface, and just
yeah,
go make
service
sure my
level
mom's
shit.
good. She
Yeah.
got her crib. She got food in her, and this and that. But do you care about how she's feeling, what she's going through, what her thoughts are, what she's been through in her life? You know what I'm saying? Do you care about those things? Do you care about your sister, what she's going through, how she's doing? What? No. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
a lot of
saying?
times no. I mean, of
A
course,
lot
not
of
all.
times, no.
uh, we can't say because I know that there are good dudes out there. I know that for a fact. You know, shout out to them because like they are like in a rare pool right now. This general pool that we're in, the pissy pool, like as far as like I stopped dating because I was like, you
We in
know what,
Bessie Head. We in
I
Bessie
can't,
Head.
I can't. Like, whew, it is bad. It is really bad.
We in the Betsy Head
But
pool.
I can't like I'm still trying to figure out a good name for it because it's just like otherworldly at this point. Like I really don't know what goes through a lot of people's minds when it comes to this, exchange, like when you're trying to get to know somebody. I know it's not always the most pleasant of experiences, like, it's kind of boring the beginning stages when you're trying to get to know somebody, like, the questions. This is why I like to ask thought-provoking questions. Like I'm not gonna ask you like on some what's your favorite color type bullshit. Like no, I'm gonna ask you like, yo, what are you still dealing with any traumas I should know about, or what was it like growing up in your household? Like, are you happy? Are you at peace with yourself?
Do
Are
you
you
like your mother?
waiting? You said what?
Do you like your mother? You and your mother get along?
Right. Do you
Do you,
like the women in your family?
right,
Do you get
right.
along with them? Do you have a good relationship with them? Do you respect them? Because it's like you have to have this level of respect. That's why I say I don't really go for that whole love thing anymore. Like, yo, loyalty and respect, those are the two things that go a long ass way. Because a lot of people throw around the love word like it doesn't mean anything anymore. It's like one of those words that's so overused that it's kind of lost. It's like, pizzazz a little bit.
I don't
But
even think people necessarily even know what love is, though.
yo,
Like
that part,
I don't think people even know what love is. You know what I'm
that part.
saying? And
Because
shit, just
you can
like
only
Tom, that's a
know.
fucking illusion. Just
Nah,
like
you know what? No,
Tom,
no, no, no. It's
it's an
not an illusion.
illusion.
It's real. It's real.
Ooh,
But
ooh, 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 ah, illusion. Have a good night, natural born fool. Peace said a
good
lot of
night. Good
people living
night.
a
Stay
lie.
warm. Stay
A lot of
warm.
people
Stay
are living a
warm. Yeah.
lie. It's true.
Facts. That is facts.
Because a lot of people
But
don't
the thing
necessarily know
is,
what they want or
no.
need.
But the thing is, like, if you've never experienced that authentic, genuine kind of love, it's like you don't. Sometimes you don't even know when to recognize it or like what it looks like. It's it's like a thing that if you've never experienced it, if you don't know how to express it, how to receive it, that's going to be very hard to maintain something like that.
Yeah, it's awkward.
It'll be potentially very awkward for somebody that doesn't have that emotional depth.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah,
Oh no. Like
yeah.
that's potentially disastrous. Like I can't mess with nobody that, can't be a certain level of vulnerable. I'm not saying, we got to cry together on, within the first couple of days or whatever. I'm saying like if you can't express yourself in that in that way where, you can answer those types of questions and not look like you're getting visibly uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
girl, drink. Okay, we drink, okay?
Sister needs some water.
Yo, because I've asked these questions and you can actually see dudes get visibly uncomfortable with these level of questions. And these
Yeah,
are not even hard questions.
no.
These are not hard questions.
But see, this is where you become difficult. This is where you
Mm,
become too much because a lot of people don't want to be seen in that way either.
too bad.
A lot of people don't want to be seen, but
Who
that's
bad?
how you weed off who's who too. At the same time, like, all right, well, you ain't man enough for me. What Tony Braxton say? You ain't man enough for me.
Wait, did you? She posted. Somebody did something on her video where they were like, how they add those what is it? Those weak vocals or they're skipping around. She had on some like crystal dress and they had the noise in the background, but it wasn't her actual vocals.
Hilarious. I know what you're talking about on
Yo, it
TikTok.
was funny.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What you heard was a sheeple. Yeah, I mean,
It was
they
like,
do. That's how you can. He said, check the definition of love in the dictionary and live by it.
Yeah, you probably not buy it. I mean, but the thing is, like, love is supposed to be an action word, right? It's supposed to be a
The
verb.
verb.
So people don't know how to act in ways of love. How to move in ways of genuine love. There's always like these certain conditions in order to give and receive love for certain people,
Yeah.
and it's like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I'll pass, but thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope people figure it out someday. You know what I'm saying? I think it jaded a lot of people. So many people fell in love so young
mm,
that it jaded them. You know what I'm saying? And people didn't necessarily know how to bounce back from that.
yeah, yeah,
So
that happens.
everybody, they think it's okay to be cold hearted or to be, withdrawn.
Mm.
But really and truly, you only really hurting yourself
Oh
at the
yeah,
end of the day. It's really just you're really just hurting yourself at the end of the day. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? When you're doing that, you're not necessarily really hurting because whoever the person is that you've withdrawn from, they're gonna go through the pain in a moment, but they're gonna move on and find somebody who's truly going to love them, and you're still going to be going through the same motions over and over again with another person and another person and another person till you actually figure it out. And it might be too late for you at some point. You know what I'm saying? So it's that where people just hold on to, like you said, the trauma, the pain, the hurt from the past. People hold on to the past a lot.
a lot,
A lot.
a lot, girl. Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
People
have a vulnerable
don't let go.
moment. I'm gonna share a little bit because, like, we were talking about on one of our previous lives, like, you need to have, like, a good purge, like, release every now and then. I had that after the new year because, like, I started having, like, a lot of dreams and stuff about, like, past people. And I was like, yo, I just like felt it coming on. And I was like, I was trying to fight it at first, but I was like, nah, just let it come out. And it was just like after that, like we were talking about how that like the weight lifts off and like you just feel so like light and free. I was like, whew, all right, back to
Mm-hmm.
walking on sunshine, like kind of shit. But my thing is like, don't not to close yourself off. Like I am very cautious now, but close off no, because if somebody came around talking about, that respect, that loyalty, that, really substantial things, things of substance, a stable person, I'm going to stay open because I couldn't live with a closed heart. I can't live with a closed heart. As much of a loner as I am, like I'm still open to experiences and
Yeah.
people when they are genuine.
Yeah.
Because like at this point I think we all know what when it's not genuine what it feels like.
Yeah.
People could try to fake it for a little while, they could try to fake the funk, but patterns, like once you really see a person after a while you could tell, you can tell. So I just be looking like, oh,
Patterns don't lie.
they don't
Patterns don't
at
lie.
all.
And you just watch and pay attention and you just listen and you just take
Yep,
it all in. But
yep.
I see you. I see you. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool me. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time.
Right. It's like,
Yeah.
this whole thing where, I'm not a fan of masks. Like when it comes to, I understand like people try to put their best foot forward, when you initially meet somebody. But the whole thing where, you put on this whole like mask of a person that's not even you. That's not who they are, but they try to put that on because it's who they want to be or
Who
they
they
who
want to
they
be and who you're
right,
trying to live up to be, but it's not
right.
you. You're not
Or
quite there yet. You haven't
who they
given
think
yourself
that you want.
time or who they right.
So, after a while though, that mask eventually it slips.
Yep.
It eventually slips. My I'm grateful for though. It seems like now dudes don't even have the patience to keep that mask on long. So it's like it slips faster and faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
Reveal yourself, mofo.
Yeah. Once you ask some questions, that's it.
That's sad. That's sad.
You can tell by their living conditions in their car. That is hilarious. Elaborate. You gotta elaborate on that, Pete. That is hilarious. You can tell by the living conditions in their car. Yeah, there are people who yeah, yeah. I think I can understand a little bit where you're going with that.
Yeah. It's
Because people are put on a people are put on, like you said, a mask, a face,
yeah.
because the people have to perceive you a certain kind of way. But
Right.
behind closed doors,
Ooh. People are scary sometimes behind closed doors. And just like with that, the group that you sent me, like, yo, you talking about 70,000 men. We're talking about
70,000, Luna.
yo, and their closest, their sisters, wives, mothers, like they didn't know this side of that person, and that is scary as fuck. That is so scary. Like, what was that? I forgot the name of the woman where there was a trial where her husband was letting all these men, like he would like knock her out, drug her up, and he would let men come in
Oh
rape her.
yeah, I saw that.
And
Yeah, what was that? I saw that.
yo,
I saw
I
that.
was just like flabbergasted. This is your
Mhm.
husband. This is supposed to be like your best friend, your protector. And that is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, and it's sad. It's scary. It's
It is
scary.
very
It's
scary.
it's really scary because we talking about this group chat thing with these 70,000 men, and the fact that there are men who are friends with them that we possibly know, and probably know what their peoples is up to, but that's still their man. That's still their boy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So that makes it even more scarier because it's like, damn, you
you
friends with
know.
this person?
Yeah. It's like people will know like that's the tip that their friend is on, and they will say nothing.
And they will say nothing. And that is wow, because it really shows that, and this is why it's very very important for women to get along with each other and be there for each other, because we need each other, we need to protect each other, because
Yes.
we really don't have our men really, I mean, and I hate to say it, but they don't have our back.
Mm,
Because if you can still be friends with somebody like that, or you can still, that ain't my man, but we cool. When I see him, there should be no kind of communication with somebody like that
yeah,
whatsoever,
none.
and it makes you turn and look at this person like, well, what the
Exactly.
fuck? Why am I
Because your
talking to
tribe is
you,
your
nigga?
vibe, right? So how do you know that that's not you too? Like I don't get down with accomplices. I don't care if you didn't do the crime or not. You an accomplice in my eyes. Like that's just as bad.
It's crazy, man. It's yeah, yeah, yeah,
Whew. Scary
yeah.
out there. Ladies, protect yourself. Learn self defense. Carry a piece. Whatever you got to do to protect yourself, because it is a crazy world out there, and it just seems to be getting crazier and
Crazy,
crazier.
yep. About a day, man. It's wow. Did they ever say why that man lit that lady up on the train station?
I still
I
have
didn't
not
get no
found out.
backstory
No,
about
I
that.
gotta I gotta follow up on that and see if there was, because but the thing is, like, what explanation could you really give that would make
Yeah,
any kind of sense anyway?
yeah,
There's I
yeah.
cannot think of any kind of logical reason. Any, like, oof, mental illness is rampant.
It's real out here, man. It's real out here.
Shit is
I
so
don't know,
bad.
man. I don't know, y'all. This got heavy real quick.
Yo,
This got heavy.
whew, gotta shake that shit off.
Yeah,
Let's,
for real. I like that
lighten
shit.
it up a little bit, because that's real heavy. It's real heavy. But shout out to the good people out there. Decent human beings. Decent, respectful men that would never ever either support or do those kinds of horrific acts, because
And I hate that for them because it's hard. This is why it's so
yeah, it
hard.
makes it hard for them. Yeah, it
Just like
absolutely
it makes it
does.
hard for us good women out here because of all the other women out here. It makes it hard for women like us. You know what I'm saying? Because of the BS that's happening in this world. So it's like, just we out here. We
Yeah,
out here
we
though.
are. Just
You
like they out there, we need to form a support group for each other. Like, the decent, I don't know. I can't think of a name off the cuff, but support group of decent human beings. I don't know. But just, yeah,
you do something with them men at work healing.
priorities. Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they focus purely with men. I'm saying, like, cross, kind of like a cross group, where you could have like discussions where men could actually be your friend and mean it. you
And just
know
listen.
yeah, and
And
you
just
listen to each other, because
yeah,
it's about supporting each other.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, priorities is absolutely, that's, I wouldn't say it's all about, but priorities is
Morals,
definitely,
yeah.
yeah, moral,
Morals,
like your moral
priorities, your
compass got to
values.
be straight.
Yeah, what you value in life.
Like,
That's another thing too. People don't necessarily have any values besides money.
mm,
Nowadays, it's like everybody just want to get to the bag. What else do
it's
you
more than
value?
that.
What do you? What
It's
else do
so
you
much more than
value?
that.
What else means something to you? You know what I'm saying? Like what? What? Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's interesting.
Man, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, I want to be able to leave something behind, but I want to be able to say, like, I lived a good life, a happy life. I had good experiences, that I traveled, and just
I want to leave
had good
behind some
times.
wisdom.
That too.
Some wisdom, a foundation, a blueprint for you to follow, to be able to live, be happy, live good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Having knowledge of self.
Yes.
You know
That.
what I'm saying?
Ooh, and that's where it all begins. Knowledge of self is like the foundation for everything. If anything, I would say it's all about that first, because your knowledge of self is going to determine your priorities. It's going to determine everything else.
Yep.
So if you don't know yourself through and through, that's it. You got to
Yeah.
start there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, beliefs are very
Yeah.
so wide and varied that you just have to come to a place where you respect that there's so much out there to believe,
Yeah.
and
And
that
your
what
beliefs
people
change.
believe in.
And your beliefs change.
Yes,
They don't necessarily stay
absolutely.
the same. But your
That's
morals, your values, those usually are your core. That's usually your foundation.
well said.
That's usually where you stand on. But your
Yeah,
beliefs they change.
absolutely. Because you go through life, you learn things. Sometimes you have to unlearn things, because what you previously believe is, like, you find out that it's not in line with who you are now, or who you're becoming. So you have to adjust.
Yeah.
And especially, like, people are finding out that these religions they're not it anymore. So a lot of people are out there confused, like, all right,
Yeah.
well, if I can't believe in that, what am I supposed to believe in?
Yeah.
And that's one of the core, like, that's the core of a lot of people. So it's like,
Yeah.
once you don't have that, once your faith is like in a state of confusion, that just throws somebody completely off.
And this is where it kind of messes you up at because when if you didn't actually have knowledge of self and you just had a belief in something, you don't necessarily know who you are.
Exactly. Because think about how many people are born into a belief. Not really like, oh, they learned about it through and through and said, you know what, that makes sense to me. It resonates with my soul. Yes, I rock with that. But no, they just came up and said, this is what you're told to believe, and they're like, okay, and
Yeah.
that's how you go through life. But that's not how it
And
works.
you only know yourself through what you believe, but you don't know yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah, no.
saying?
A lot of people out there with that misconception that what they believe,
It's who they are.
what they were taught, right? No,
Hmm.
that's indoctrination. Like
Yeah.
you were just taught what to believe, but you
Yeah.
don't actually. That's not your true belief. And
Yeah.
maybe it is. Maybe it is. Some people luck out. You know, some people luck out and they're born into, what resonates with their soul. But speaking for myself, that was not the case. So it's like I had to learn like the music industry.
What you mean?
Yeah,
Elaborate
yeah.
on that.
What do you mean with that?
With the music industry,
Please
elaborate.
elaborate. But it's a lot. It's a lot out that as far as beliefs go, whew, that is we could talk about that for eons.
Eons. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I said,
And
you know what?
nowadays you can't believe much in anything. You know
Yo, it
what
is,
I'm
and
saying?
the amount of truth that's coming out. I mean, I love it. I love to see it and everything, but it's really throwing people off because
Hmm.
a lot of questions are out there now. All right, well, if this is the truth, like then what I believed for so long, like what was that about,
That
kind of thing.
Yep.
Like, yo, people are out there really confused, and I feel for a lot of people.
It's
It's
true.
it's not an easy world to grow up in right now because, ooh, it's like lies are being uncovered left and right. You know, I just say, like, if you love Jesus, start with, like, really that foundational Christ consciousness. Like the whole story thing, it's like we don't know what to believe there. There's been a lot of books removed, a lot of things that have been, withheld from us purposefully. So
And the
we don't know a
Bible's been
lot.
rewritten and rewritten and
Oh my
written and
gosh.
rewritten and rewritten.
Yo, people don't
I'm about
even
to
want
write
to
my own
know.
version of the Bible.
For real.
It's gonna be Tony Steele's version 2025. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit.
Listen, it's a lot. It's a lot out there that, we don't know, that is has been withheld. So it's like, if you are not solid in yourself, if you don't know yourself thoroughly, then it'll definitely, throw you off, like
Yeah,
everything that's coming out.
yeah,
And it,
yeah.
like, people reading that King James version, they don't even know who King James really was. Like, a whole pedophile,
Mm,
a
girl.
whole deviant.
When I learned that years ago, I was like, yeah,
Yeah, a
yeah.
whole ass deviant. If we comparing it to the music industry, he was the what was it, the Clive Davis, or he was like the Puff Daddy of of churches and shit like that. Yeah, that was not a good dude. It was not a good dude. Last person that should have his name on what is considered a holy book.
Is it
So
the music industry sell you short of the real money you're supposed to get? Yeah, the music industry is like the pimp industry. it really it really does pimp you out. You know, I've come into so many different circumstances and situations where that's why I'm outside of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm outside of it. And a lot of my career, I spent it, having to protect myself because I didn't necessarily have management. I didn't necessarily run with any teams. I just know a lot of people in the industry, and I've met a lot of people, of course, on the grind in this entertainment. But I stayed outside of the industry because they really try you. They really try you. They want to see how how gullible you are. And again, I'm just somebody who always just stood 10 toes down with myself. And it was just things I just wasn't going to do, you know, like I didn't get into music to be famous, number one. And I think that's one thing that people just don't understand, because people get into this industry because they want to be known, they want to be seen. I've just always wanted to make music. That's it. I
And
can care about
that's the
all the
real
other stuff.
reason.
Huh?
That is the real reason. Like, that is the most authentic reason to be in music, because you love it, because it speaks to your soul. Like, you feel like, if you don't do it, you're missing out, or you're missing a part of yourself. I feel like that's the only reason, like, really, to do music. If you're doing it on some fame shit, that's fake.
That's it.
That's
That's
fake.
that's what a lot of people want, and when they think that's what you want, they play on that. And when a lot of people learn like that, I'm not looking for that. I don't care about that. As long as I, you know what I'm saying, make my little coins, I get my little ASCAP checks. You know what I'm saying? I get my
Yeah.
publishing checks. I get those little checks. I don't care how small or big they are. I like making music. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? And it, you know, a lot of people want to feed the masses, even with the podcasting that we're doing. Oh, if you're not getting the numbers, then what you doing it for? Because I like to do it.
Yeah. And it's meaningful.
It's meaningful for me and whoever it reaches. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Whether it's that one, two people who are watching right now, if they're sitting listening through this whole thing, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
I don't need to
Exactly.
entertain 10,000 people at a time. Like, I don't
So
even know over 10,000 people.
they
And
got it
even if them
so
10,000 are
twisted.
watching, it's probably only one person who this is resonating with. You know what
That
I'm saying?
part. Quality over quantity is so important. That a concept that people don't understand. They looking for numbers when it's about, do you want the quantity or do you want the quality? Because sometimes you could have both. Absolutely, that's great. But if you just looking at the numbers instead of the actual message, if you're not listening and absorbing and resonating with the actual message, then this is not the platform for you. This is not the talk for you. And that's okay. That is all right, because there's a lot of different discussions happening out there. But we're trying to keep it meaningful. We're trying to keep it, on the basis of real and authentic. And that's not going to resonate with people that can't keep it real and authentic with themselves, and that's all right. Hopefully they get to that place and they can join us at some point. But we're not going to turn to meet them. They gotta, rise to meet us. That's it.
Right, then that right. Right. I'm not here to please the masses. I'm
Fuck
here
the
so that when I
masses.
leave this
What?
earth and I go to the gates of heaven and he like, I am pleased with you, my child. I'm like,
Right,
thank you.
right. Like, yo, man, it's like, yo, we so proud of you. I'm like,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's it and that's all. I want to know that I'm being received when I leave here.
Exactly.
I
Right.
did my just due.
Yeah, because I don't want to come back here. Like, I think that I'm trying to make this lifetime as meaningful as possible, because I want my next turn to be somewhere where I don't got to deal with all this bullshit. Like,
Mhm.
no, like, if I'll be an ancestor, so I'll be looking down like, oh, good job, or you know what, no, you fucking up, do something different. Like, I do that,
And
but
the fact that I hear my ancestors like, girl, you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. That feels good.
yes,
That
that's
feels
all that
good
matters.
because it just shows like, okay, I'm on the right path. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it how I'm supposed to be doing it. And it feels good to me.
Yes.
It doesn't have to feel good to you. It doesn't have to look good to you. Doesn't have to look all glamorous. It doesn't have to be all these things you want it to be. It's everything I need it to be.
Boom. That's it. And people don't understand the simplicity behind that. It's like that social media got a lot of people twisted on some, it
There's
gotta
people
have,
living for
the
social
glitz and
media.
glamour
Young
and all
people are
this.
living for social media. People are living for their followers. People want to do everything for the people who they put up this persona for. Nah, I don't give a
Nah,
fuck.
nah.
You
We ain't
don't give
doing
a fuck like we don't give a fuck though your motherfucking yes, you know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Yeah.
right. The numbers will come when you having real conversations, when you having quality conversations. All right, the numbers will come. We're not worried about the numbers. We worry about the quality. As a matter of fact, we're not even worried about the quality. We are quality. So yeah, that's it.
We
That's it.
don't need another hero.
Yo, you busting out the whole playlist on this live.
I like that. We are the quality.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
We are the quality.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all we need. Like we're being ourselves. And to y'all, bringing you the real and the raw and the genuine quality selves that we are. And we're growing through this experience and learning with y'all. So
Yeah.
whoever's down the ride, you're welcome. You
And
are
God
most
willing, we're
welcome.
bringing, the quality content that you guys like, not content, conversations,
Conversation.
dialogue that you
Yeah,
guys like on our way. You know what I'm saying? We're not um being judgmental. You know, we're just doing our best to try to provide some type of insight into your life, just like we're trying to provide it for ourselves. We're trying to get to a place of understanding too. So this is why we ask a lot of people, we share the link so that people could come in and join the conversation, because there's things that we can learn as
absolutely.
well, and that we're open to learning. We're
Absolutely.
here to listen to other opinions as well, and if there's facts that you want to share, we're absolutely open to that.
Open, completely open. Like, we steady looking at the comments, seeing what y'all got to say. You know, absolutely. Tina Turner songs was
Was
inspirational.
inspirational.
Listen, Tina, like, there are very few artists. Like, me and Tony was having this conversation. Oh, and you got to tell him about your Prince story. That's before we forget. But Tina Turner was one of those few between her, Prince, like artists that you can actually like not only just enjoy the beats and the instruments and the musicality of their songs, also the lyrics and the energy.
Yeah,
Like there were very, very few artists that
yeah,
embodied everything and entertain you. You
yeah.
can sit and watch them for hours upon
We
hours.
can't leave out
Oh,
Michael.
absolutely not. No, he absolutely on that list. I just didn't get to his name yet. But yeah, Mike was definitely one of them.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
that's when
like,
music was good. That's
that's
when
what
music
we
gave
grew
you
up in
some
that.
type of direction in life.
Yes, we grew up in the best era of music. Like I
Yeah,
feel so bad for these kids. They don't like unless
yeah,
they have parents that like share that with them.
yeah,
They are missing out because that was the best era of music. I don't know if we'll ever see that again.
yeah, yeah. I don't know either, because we're in a space where the music is so not inspirational. It's very derogatory. It's very moody. Like it doesn't really put you in a good space.
Yeah, it's very depressing.
It's very depressing. It's nothing but, they talk about nothing but haters, or it's sexual. There's no love making in the records anymore. There's
Nope.
there's no kind of there's no substance.
It's I'll beat it up.
Yeah, there's no substance. It's just very sexual. It's just all
That's
nondescript. So
it's
it's not.
hyper. Like the
Say that again.
hypersexuality in music is just like, is there nothing else you can think of? Like, really? That's it?
No, because that's all they're doing. They're around drinking, smoking, fucking, lusting. Everybody, you see what's happening in the industry right now. Everybody's dating everybody, and it's like ill, ill.
Right. Ew. So that means
Everybody's
y'all all
dating
got the same
everybody.
thing. Y'all all got the same strains.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's yeah,
Oh,
it's
oh.
yeah. They need boosters. They need boosters. They need the shot and boosters.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Shoot him up. Shoot.
Yeah. It's too much. And it's just like, ugh, like I don't be want to hear half of this shit or see half of
Oh
this shit. You know
man.
what I'm saying? Like I be having to tune out a lot. I
Yeah.
be having to tune out
Facts.
a lot, and then either my sister or my friend will call and be like, "Oh, did you see what's going on?" I'm like, "No, what happened?" Like, all right, let me tap back in and see what's going on, because it's so much. It be a whole
Girl.
bunch of nonsense and foolishness, and I don't be want to
So
hear all that
much.
stuff. The
Listen,
gossiping, the people talking about each other, going back and forth. Oh, shut up. I don't even want to hear all that stuff.
I hear most of the news from you now. Like, yo, this is where, like,
And I'm doing that only because we go live and we need something to
right.
fucking talk about. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh
other than
Lord.
that, I'll be like, I don't even want to see all this stuff.
Yeah, no, for real.
I had to
Like,
clean up my whole YouTube page, and even that, because once you watch something, you don't even have to click on it. But if you let it play, then it starts to populate again on your
yep,
YouTube, and it's like, oh my god, I can't get away from stuff. I had
yep.
to clean up my Instagram again. My Instagram was pretty clean, but these suggested accounts is crazy. Like if somebody sends you something in the DM and you go watch it, then now they're suggesting this to you and more videos like it to you, and then I have to clean up my Instagram all over again. It's crazy.
Yo, this is exactly why I stopped ignoring certain people in my inboxes. I'm like, no, I know you're coming with some foolishness. Absolutely not. Like, I don't want to see it. Like, I don't want to see it because it's like, it's just a bunch of crassness, hypersexuality. Just like, it's just garbage. It's
Mm-hmm.
garbage. Like, I would tell them too. Like I told them once, I told them twice. Like you got anything of substance? You got anything inspirational? Some wisdoms you could drop? Some gems? No. All right, I'm out.
Feed my brain, please.
Right. My brain is so hungry. Feed me.
Yeah, feed my brain.
Feed me.
Yeah.
Like that's all I really like want because like everything else is just overload. It's too much. It's too
We
much.
definitely do need new songwriters. We do
Absolutely.
need new songwriters. Absolutely.
But it's like what when's the last time you heard something like really original that caught your ear? It was like, yo, that's different. I like it. It's been a
I had
while for
posed
me.
a question in my channel on Instagram asking what people were listening to. And I want to say Natural Born Fool, who was in here, I forgot who he said he was listening to. Oh, damn, I forgot her name, but she's a good artist. And
Okay.
she has some really good original music. And
Okay.
then Tracy had put in October London. I thought
Okay.
October London, he has some really good original music.
Facts, facts.
So there are artists out there who, but these are artists that you have to actually go
That part.
find.
That part.
They're not the ones that's being played because they don't sell. So
No.
they're not necessarily the ones that's being played on, on major radio.
But it's not that they don't sell because obviously, people
No,
are
I mean,
tuning
I'm saying
in.
that because this is what the
No, no,
industry.
no. I know exactly what you mean. But it's like that's a reason. There's a reason for everything, right? So they're pushing these artists that are on some hypersexual and some crash shit for a reason.
Yeah, because they know black people gonna follow that shit. They know
They
everybody
know
right now in the world is following the kids. They trying to get the kids all messed up and they so
that is it.
impressionable and they're
That
following
is it.
everything the entertainers are doing. These entertainers became larger than freaking life now too. They're getting younger. They making more money. So yeah, they pushing them to do all that stuff. And they impressionable.
You remember when Little Nas X came out and he
Uh,
had that Old Town Road song? I mean, I hated that shit like with a passion, but the kids loved it. And then you see what he came out with after
mm-hmm.
on some demon shit,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, yo, do, do they not realize that the same kids that was listening to Old Town Road, this is what they're gonna be tuning into next?
Yeah, they realize that. They don't care.
No, of course, no,
Feed
that's
them
rhetorical,
poison.
but like, of course they do. Of course they know fact. They know through and through. This is what they're doing because they're trying to normalize, you know, this whole pedophilia thing. They're trying to normalize, sexualization of children. They're trying to normalize all of this.
Which
And
is
not
nasty.
on my
That's
watch.
nasty work, yo.
Not on my watch. Like that is real nasty, nasty work. Because
Mm.
you might as well say, well, okay, well, let's normalize mental illness because that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. You attracted to a child? That is disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
That is so disgusting. Ugh. All right, let's bring. All right, let me bring it back. Babyface, yes,
And
yes.
here guys who be like, she was a cutie when she was younger, so I know what she looked like now. You be like,
Yo,
oh,
this whole
you said
like
that out loud,
they be saying the inside thoughts
and you
out
don't find nothing wrong
loud.
with that.
They don't. They really don't. They really don't. Like you see whole as grooming situations where they meet them from young, super young, and they wait until they're of legal age and they say, "Okay, we could get married now legally."
I love Stevie Wonder. I
Yo,
listen to him to this day.
Stevie,
Stevie
man.
Wonder gave me my first standing ovation at Brooklyn College. My
Yo, Tony
first
got
standing
some
ovation.
stories, man.
Yup.
You got some stories. I love it.
Stevie Wonder.
Showing,
I love some Stevie Wonder. These three words, that's such a powerful record.
yeah, it
Like
really
these three
is.
words, when you listen to that record, you like, wow.
Yo, I'm gonna have
Because
to listen to it like
rarely
that.
you hear people tell you they love you and mean it.
Yeah,
Rarely you hear people tell you they love you and mean it.
yeah,
Like you said earlier, people throw the love word around so loosely nowadays that it don't mean nothing. So when you hear it, it don't really do nothing for
yeah.
you
It doesn't.
because it doesn't necessarily feel like there's that response like, do you?
Yeah.
You
Now,
know
if
what I'm
somebody
saying?
said like, "Yo, I respect you," that would make me turn like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay." But yeah, no, that word is too overused now. Just like king, queen, all that good shit. No.
Yeah, like shut up, don't.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, stop it. Whatever. I'm gonna
Yo,
call you by your name, Jerome.
listen, no, and this is what I told somebody, right? Like, all right, that's well, I don't even want to say it's nice. It's not nice anymore because that's played out. Like, if you use my name, that shows me above all else that you respect me.
Yeah, because you actually know my name enough to say it.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? You ain't calling me boo. You ain't calling me mama.
right.
You ain't calling me Miss Lady. You know what I'm saying? You
Lady?
actually saying my name. I appreciate that.
Wait, who said Miss Lady?
I've heard it. I've heard it.
Oh no.
Cause
No,
people be trying to
immediately
think they
blocked.
being cute and shit. Like,
Immediate.
hey, Miss Lady, shut up. Like, say my fucking name. What's wrong with you?
That would be an immediate block. Hell no on the Miss Lady. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh no. Oh shit.
I've heard that before. Hey, Miss Lady. I'm like, why you calling me that?
No. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. No, that whole queen thing because like people were getting mad at me. Like I was really like, especially in 2020, because they've been throwing this around for a while now. Like when I was in those chats, like when we were quarantined, and they were like, king, queen, all over the place. I was like, yo, so everybody's royalty now? Absolutely not. Some of y'all act like court jesters. But stop playing. Stop
Some of y'all
playing.
act like peons.
All that. Shit.
Don't put me in that category.
No, no. It's
Oh
like,
man.
royalty is, like that energy is admirable, but we all know that not everybody has it.
Somebody called me Earth before, and I was like, all right, everybody, just please. My name is Tony. Thanks. Just call me by my name, please.
Yo, that's like an attempt to try to be so original and a complete fail at it. Like, no, Earth.
Yeah. I was like, hello, Earth. Yeah. I was just like, I get what you, I get it, but no, 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 no. My name is Tony. Thanks. You cracking up. That's why people don't talk to me. That's why people don't talk to me. No, nobody talked to me before. They like, this bitch is rude. This bitch is rude. She don't know how to accept a compliment. I don't find that to be a compliment.
That's
I
not a
don't.
compliment.
Yeah,
That is not a
I don't.
compliment.
I didn't understand it. Like Earth, hello
No.
Earth. I was like, huh? Seriously, I was like, huh? Like, nah.
I'll take
I'm just
Queen
saying,
before I
you
take
like the
Earth.
mother. You like the mother of the earth. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not the mother of the earth. I'm not. I'm nobody's mother.
Yo, dude called me mama, and I was like, ew. I'm like, whose child are you? Because you're not mine. I don't have
Yeah,
no
I'm
children.
nobody. I'm
Ew,
nobody's
that
mother.
is.
And I get now there's a thing happening with people and their pets, and they call their pets their sons or their daughters. And I remember people used to say that to me when I had my dog. Rest in peace, Fresh. When I
Aw.
had my dog, they used to be like, "Oh, your son is so cute." No, 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 no. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Thank you for being real about that because yo, I
Yeah.
cannot stand
And
that.
people hated when I did that. No, that is your son. You're raising him. No, I'm not. I'm not raising him. He was bred. You know what I'm saying? I didn't actually push him out of my body. Please don't call him my son. That's my dog.
Oh man, yo,
Yeah, that's my dog.
people are tweaking.
So
People are
when I
tweaking.
see it, I be like, oh wow, like people are really adopting their pets as their children. And I'm like, oh no, my dog was my dog. That he was my dog.
Ah!
I am not raising a dog. I am training him.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like I wasn't raising him. I
And
was
it's not to say that,
training
that takes away from the bond that you have with them. It's just a matter of like, people are really getting these lines blurred.
all the way. But remember, we talked about wording, right? Like wording means something.
Mhm.
It's
It
very
really
important.
does.
So
It really
please don't
does.
do that.
Because like if you think about it, if you're talking to somebody that actually has children and they're referring to their dog as their son and it's like their actual son is probably over there looking at them like, "Hello? What, so I'm a dog too?" Like what is that? Like there has to be some kind of distinction, and really like the boundary is just not there with a lot of, dog lovers, pet lovers. They're trying to take it in a direction,
Yeah,
it's
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 very
weird.
interesting to me because when that was being said to me, it was like, that is not my son. Please don't do that. That is not my son. That is my dog.
Yo, dog
That is
lovers
my
about to come.
pet.
Yo, that's a whole community. They will come for you. Like, how dare you?
All of they
That
gonna
is
come for
my
us just talking about this and saying what we
son.
saying. They gonna come for us all the way. But that was my dog.
Listen,
That was not my son. And anybody will tell you that too. Like, oh, don't tell Tony that's her son. Don't do that. That's my dog.
listen.
I did not push him out of my body. You know what I'm saying?
Post this part immediately.
Like that is my dog. That is not my son. So
Whew,
yeah,
thank you for
I
that.
feel like Fresh himself used to be looking like, you know, that's my owner. That's not my dog.
Yo, even the dog knows. Like, animals. Like, this is why I love animals. Like, I have not taken one on because I know that's a responsibility. Just like a child. Like, not to say it's the same thing, but it
It's a
is a
responsibility. It
responsibility.
was definitely a responsibility. But thank
So,
God I trained him well enough to know, you know what I'm saying? He knew where to go, when to go to the bathroom. Like if I'm going all day, he knew to go upstairs and they knew to take him out or let him outside. He took care of himself. Like he took care of himself. As long as his food was out, his he fixed his own bed. He used to make up his own bed. That used to bug me out. Like, he really give me a fluff in his pillow.
yo, these animals are evolving. All
Yeah,
right. Do you see the clips of them like saying actual words?
yeah.
Like,
I don't want my dog to talk to me. When Freshie, listen, when I used to talk to Fresh and he would look at me, I used to be like, all right now, look, what? Because if you start talking, you're going out. Like, the fuck? Yeah, I didn't need no Scooby Doo moments. No, we not doing that. Like, for real. Ask my sister. I used to be like, if he say something,
oh, shit.
he's out of here.
Yo,
He
it
said
is.
dogs living a good life.
No,
It's a
yo,
little
dogs
feedback,
be
right? That's what I
living
thought.
a better life than some humans.
I think it was my charger.
Or maybe
Yeah,
it's mine because I have my phone plugged in as well. Let me see. I have enough
It started out of nowhere though. I started hearing it too, so I hear I hear the feedback. I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't
That's
see.
weird.
Again, I'm not hearing it. Somebody was saying that the last time too.
Yeah, I hear the feedback. I thought it was my charger, but it sounds like every time I talk, right?
Is it on both ends?
I don't know. It's strange. It's starting to get louder though. I hear it.
I don't hear it. Like I hear like a little
Oh,
like.
it might be the heater too. I got this heater on, so let me see if I cut off this heater. What happened?
Hmm.
Hello? Oh, well, it ain't the heater.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because I'm still not hearing. Like,
Yeah, I hear it a little bit too, but it sounds like it's happening every time I talk.
all right. Well, I mean, we had a good run. we
We had a good run, right?
had a really good run. Oh shoot! But yes, y'all. Oh, thank you to everybody that joined tonight and participated. Pete Flores, appreciate you, man. And Natural Born Fool, is that was
Yeah.
earlier. Appreciate you for joining in, and everybody that popped in and out. And yeah, we here every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Join us for Girl Talk. Join the conversation. Like we were saying, we want to hear from y'all.
And we
Just
appreciate those who join the conversation.
absolutely. And don't forget to follow at Girl Podcast Official. Follow ToniSteelz. Follow me, Luna Pearl Media, and yeah, on IG too at Girl Podcast Official. So yeah, we out there, man. Well, not right now because it's cold as fuck, but we inside out there. Oh man, so yeah, another good one, another good one, and we shall see y'all next Wednesday. Oh, we should wait. Let me do a screenshot like that. All right, got it. Because we gonna take pictures. We need to
You
be
sure
better than this,
don't.
girl. Next time we outside, we need to take pictures on
Pictures,
this.
yeah. We do. We do.
All
All
right, y'all.
right,
So
y'all.
a
Be
good
good to
night.
you.
Yes. Be good to you. Be good to your loved ones. Yeah. Just try to be as good of a person as possible, please and thank you. All right, bro. Later. Peace and